watch. Al, how you doing? Howdy. How you doing? Yes, I think so. Years ago when you were a little younger, but nice to meet you again.
So I think what we do is we'll say here,
Right.
Come up with a little bit of easy to do. Maybe over here, up in there.
I have a Dravata tomorrow, not too long. Is that okay? All right.
I don't do anything on Saturday.
Yeah, no, I didn't know because of a mixture of somebody else had a.
He's giving a speech, but if you
If you don't mind, I have something a little bit more in depth.
Yeah, no, and well, he's got something about the reading, but that's okay, it's appropriate. Is it just before the Torah?
Yeah, you know, like usually do, but I cut it a little bit.
Yeah, all right, yeah, that's fine.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Dembo?
He won't mind. Will you mind, Ryan? Ryan, have a seat. So tonight is basically just to give you an you don't have to.
I have two. When I went to Hebrew school over at the other time, yeah, we got one, and then when I came over here, yeah. I went over it just to make sure. I think I'll take it home this time. Yeah, I live on the road. We're farther down, but it's like a 10-minute drive. And I love working on the school here. I have a little bit of downtime in between school. Yeah, because of the drive, so. So I live in one region and my school's all down on Wall Street on the other end. It's been across the whole city.
So, we'll start off with the traditional, religion and then business and then.
You right here, I'll stand to the side and I'll let you all say, go ahead. Cool. Yeah, I'll be in the background. Your English is pretty good.
That's my job, right? So I was taking my stuff.
Cool.
If I remember, if I start, tell me to stop.
That was a real.
I am.
I have a friend who called, a friend didn't call, but school partner. It was really good friends with my sister in high school. Her mother's expecting another I don't know what level that was. Unfortunately, they're here to the United States.
Yeah.
Ryan Hindi. Ryan.
Yeah, they made a nice hole. We'll see. Little joy, a little boy. Test.
Very. Friday.
It's not a quickie, but it's fast.
You know what? It's fun. So it's fun.
Yeah, I mean,
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. I tried separate. So it just.
Dislocated my heel. I couldn't stop laughing.
It's a great pistol. No, it's. I want to use those shoes. I need a pair of no, I need new ones. I need these. It's too big. You look like you're it's fine. Yeah, leave it. Just that off? Yep. Two, three, four. Bim bim bum bum bim 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 bum bum bim 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 bum 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 bim bim bum bum bim 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 bum bim 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 bum bidi bum bum. Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat shalom, yes, Shabbat 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 shalom, hey, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, yes, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom. Bim bum bum boom.
Any good news tonight? Anything? Hey, Ryan. Come here.
Any good news?
Come here. Why are you here?
My mommy made me.
Why are you here?
I'm becoming a bar mitzvah tomorrow.
Oh, is that why you're here?
Oh, that's good news.
You're becoming a bar mitzvah tomorrow?
Yes.
Is that good news?
Yes.
That's the best news. So I heard that for tonight, they're serving, for the oneg, some chocolate thing. What's it called?
I'm game.
What is it? Chocolate.
Brownies.
No, something like that, anyway. It's got chocolate and white stuff on it or whatever. That's your favorite, isn't it? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, let's just end the service right now. Let's go do it. Are we done? Go sit down, will you? Anybody have any good news? Ryan's gonna help us out with the service tonight. Anybody got any good news before I? Nothing? There's no new, oh, thank God, God. Oh, God.
There's gotta be good news.
I was getting nervous.
Where's the Kaufmans?
You have good news. You do? He's gonna have, well, watch this. I'll show you this. Okay, watch, here we go.
I have, my name is Loretta Band, and I actually have three things. Three things. Number one, I get to be part of his special day, Ryan's special day, because I've known him since the day he was born. Yeah, part of my heart, that kid. Second one is, I had our grandchildren, our boys, Miles and Archie, for a week. And I survived. I survived. And the third thing is, tax season's over and I got my husband back.
Don't worry, April's coming. It's good to see you, Richie. See how this works? See how this works? Okay, you good yet? All right. Anybody else? Okay. All right. Give us your name, Larry.
Larry Molatsky. My daughter Jamie got engaged recently.
You guys must be in seventh heaven with that, right? That's great. Mazel tov. I think I saw that on Facebook, right? I did, yeah. That's great. It's better to hear it here. I enjoy that. Did I see another? No? Did somebody call me up? No? Anything? No? So do you have any good news yet? Tell us your name. Tell us your name.
Susan Novak, I think most people know me.
Yeah, but the people at home don't.
We are very proud of our Ryan through the guidance of Miss Alyssa.
Between me and you, guarantee it, he will. No snowstorms, no hurricanes. You had a snowstorm? You had a snowstorm in April? Oh, wait a minute, excuse me. How could there be better news than that? But Mazel tov, Mazel tov, Mazel tov. Hi, your name, please, Ron.
My name is Rhonda Spitzer, and I had the pleasure of being the teacher to those two lovely ladies in the front seat. I've known my mom forever, and I did not realize that this was the grandson via Mazel tov.
All right, anybody else? All right, sounds good. Ryan? Yes. Would you like to help us begin the service? Oh, good. We're going to start the service on page 13 with Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. And Ryan, I know Alyssa's been working with him as well, and so she will be assisting tonight. Right, Alyssa?
I guess so.
I know so. Page 13, Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hashari, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Malachem Hashalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruch Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Seichem Hashalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Ryan, would you like to read at the bottom of page 13? Why don't we all have everybody join Ryan on the bottom of page 13, the sun together.
The sun on the treetops no longer is seen. Come, let us welcome Shabbat, the true queen. Behold her descending, the holy, the blessed, and with her God's angels of peace and of rest. Come now, true queen, with us abide. Come now, Shabbat our bride. Shalom Aleichem, angels of peace.
Ryan, thank you very much. We're going to turn to page 14, and now our other bar mitzvah boy, Rabbi Bernie, will now lead us in Yedid Nefesh.
Actually, my bar mitzvah portion is Noah coming up.
Oh, next
another
week.
So
You're
yes,
a week too
thanks.
early. Okay.
A couple of years ago.
Yedid nefesh al-Rachaman Meshachar el Ritzonach Yarot Avdav Kemo Ayam Yishtachaveh el Muhadarach Yerav lo yedidotav minofet sof v'chotam Yadai
You're going to lead this. Let's join now page 14 at the bottom, the Sabbath prayer.
Dear God, help us now to make this a new Shabbat. After noise, we seek quiet. After crowds of indifferent strangers, we seek to touch those we love. After concentration on work and responsibility, we seek freedom to meditate, to listen to our inward selves. We open our eyes to the hidden beauties and infinite possibilities in the world you are creating. We break open the gates of the reservoirs of goodness and kindness in ourselves and in others. We reach toward one holy, perfect moment of Shabbat.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And we're going to turn now to page 15. Lechuna Ranana.
Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu nerana, ladonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu nerana, ladonai. Naria, letzor yesh enu nikadma, fana betoda. Naria, letzor yeshenu, bizmirot Naria lo. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, ladonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, ladonai. Arayim shana kubedor, Omaram joim levavhim, Vehem lo yadu drachai, Hashem nishbati v'yapi, Emunon avanuchati.
Now on page 16, Ryan's going to lead us responsibly. Page 16.
Sing a new song to Adonai. Acclaim Adonai, all people on earth.
Sing to Adonai, proclaim each day God's awesome might, announce to the world God's glory and wonders.
For Adonai is great, deserving of praise. Adonai alone is to be revered as God.
All the gods of the nations are nothingness, but Adonai created the heavens.
Majesty and might accompany God, splendor and strength adorn God's sanctuary.
Acknowledge Adonai, all families of nations, acclaim God's majestic power, acknowledge God's glory, and bring him tribute.
Worship Adonai in resplendent reverence, let the earth tremble in God's presence.
Declare to the world Adonai is sovereign. God has steadied the world which stands firm and judges all nations with fairness.
Let the heavens rejoice, let the earth be glad, let the sea and all it contains exult.
Let field and forest sing for joy. Adonai comes to rule the earth. to rule the world justly, the nations with faithfulness. ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ, ירם הים ומלואו, יעלו שדה וכל אשר בו, אז ירננו קורצי יער. לפני אדוני קיבה לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט תבל בצדק, ויאמין באמונתו.
And now we're going to turn to page 20. We'll rise from Mizmor LeDavid. Page 20, let's rise.
מזמור לדוד, הבו לאדוני בני אלים, הבו לאדוני כבוד, בעוז הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו, השתחוו לאדוני בהדרת קודש, כל אדוני על המעלים, אל הכבוד נרים, אדוני מים רבים, כל אדוני בכוח, כל אדוני בהדר, כל אדוני שבר עזים, וישבר אדוני עזי לבנון, ויקידם כמו עדר, לבנון בסריון, כמו כל אדוני חוצה להבות אש, כל אדוני יחד מדבר, יחיל אדוני מדבר קדש, כל אדוני יכול לילות, ויחשוף יערו, ובקלו כולו, ישב, וישב אדוני, מלך מעולם, אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו ושלום.
And now we're going to do Lechad Dodi, page 21, every other stanza. Lechad Dodi.
לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. שמעו וזכו בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשמו תפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. מקדש מלכים מלוכה, כל ביצועים מתוך ההפכה, רב לך שווה בערך הברכה, והוא יחמול עלייך חמלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, 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 שתבני, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. והיו לשישה שוסייך, ורחקו כל מבלייך, יסיס עלייך אלוהייך, כי אמסוס קטנון חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
We turn toward the rear of the sanctuary, toward the entrance, and we welcome in the Shabbat bride.
בולי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחת צהלה, תוך אמונה ים סגולה, מחלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
May be seated. I'm going to lead now on page 23, the Psalm for Shabbat. You can do it over there. Right there. 23, the Psalm for Shabbat. It is good to acclaim.
A song for Shabbat. It is good to acclaim Adonai, to sing your praise, exalted God.
To affirm your love each morning and your faithfulness each night, to the music of the lute and the melody of the harp.
Your works, Adonai, make me glad. I sing with joy of your creation.
How vast your works, Adonai, your designs are beyond our grasp.
The thoughtless cannot comprehend, the foolish cannot fathom this.
The wicked may flourish, springing up like grass, but their doom is sealed, for you are supreme forever.
Your enemies, Adonai, your enemies shall perish. All the wicked shall crumble.
But me you have greatly exalted. I'm anointed with fragrant oil. I have seen the downfall of my foes. I've heard the despair of my attackers.
The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. They shall grow tall like a cedar in Lebanon, planted in the house of Adonai. They will thrive in the courts of our God.
They shall bear fruit even in old age. They shall be ever fresh and fragrant. To proclaim Adonai is just, my rock, in whom there is no flaw. 4 lines from the bottom, Sadiq Kat Kamar.
Yeah.
We'll sing it together.
Sadikatama Yifrach Be'eretz Bavanan Yizkar Shetulim Bebeit Adonai B'chatzrot Eloheinu Yafrichu Yenuvun B'Seva D'Shenim V'Rananim Yehiyu Lehagid Ki Ashar Adonai Tzuri Age 24. Adonai Malach Levesh Levesh Adonai. So it's about time we're going to be reciting the Mourner's Kaddish. It's been a difficult week here at our synagogue. We've lost a very, very good member, of course. To the family of Steve Brass, we offer our condolences. And also we learned today Dr. Marvin Berman. His funeral will be on Sunday at 1 o'clock in Sharon. So a double loss of our congregation this week. To the families, we offer our condolences. May they be consoled by the love of our congregation and all of Jerusalem. So let's turn to page 24. Those saying Kaddish or observing a Yortzeit will now rise. Page 24.
Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'alma divra chirutei v'yamlik malchutei. B'chaye chon of yomei chon of v'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael. Ba'galav v'zman kariv v'yamru amen.
Amen.
Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'mei maya. Yitkorach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ah v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei d'kucha berichu la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata damiram b'yalma v'yamru amen.
Amen.
Yehei shlomo rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen.
Amen. Let's turn to page 28. We're going to rise now for the Baruch Hu, page 28. Ryan's going to lead us now in the call to worship, page 28. You can do it for this. That's loud.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamor. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamor.
Baruch Adonai Hamor Le'olam
Baruch Adonai Hamor Le'olam Va'ed.
Good job. You may be seated.
We'll continue silently to the bottom of the page, 28.
ומבדיל יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו, לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, המהרי ורבי, אהבת עולם בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, תורה
מצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשכבנו ובקומנו, נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ויורך ימינו, ובהם נהגה יומם ולילה. ועבדך תעשה ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. Page 30.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha ub'chol nafshecha ub'chol ma'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anoki mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shitacha v'bencha uvatacha v'derech uv'shektecha uv'menecha uv'shatam le'od yal yadecha v'hayu l'tatafot b'neinecha uv'tavtam al mezozeh beitecha uv'yisharecha.
And we'll continue silently to the bottom of page 30. V'haya'im shamoa tishma'u el mitzvotai asher anochi mitzvochem.
למען יחויה מכם בימי בניכם על האדמה שנשבע אדוני לאבותיכם לתת להם כימי השמיים על הארץ.
We're on page 31 together.
31.
Vayomer Adonai לאמור דבר לבני ישראל ואמרת עליהם ויעשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורותם ונתנו על ציצית הכנף בטיל תכלת והיה לכם לציצית וריתם אותו וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני ועשיתם אותם ולא תטורו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם אשר אתם זונים אחריהם למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתיכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני
Adonai Elohechem Emet.
On page 32, I'm ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה בני ישראל לחנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך בקודש נורא תהיו אוסף אליהם מלכות רבו בנך אבוקיים לפני משה זה אלינו ויאמרו אדוני ימלך ונאמר גברי את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. And now Ryan's going to help us on page 33. He's going to lead us in the Hashkibenu in English. Ryan?
Help us, Adonai, to lie down in peace and awaken us again, sovereign to life. Spread over us your shelter of peace. Guide us with your good counsel. Save us because of your mercy. Shield us from enemies and pestilence, from starvation, sword, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, O God who watches over us and delivers us. Our gracious and merciful ruler, guard our coming and our going. Grant us life and peace now and always. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Praised are you, Adonai, who spreads the shelter over peace over us, over all his people, Israel, and over Jerusalem.
Shmor tzeitenu vo'einu l'chaim u'shalom me'yata b'yad olam ufros alenu sukat shalom mecha baruch ata Adonai apore sukat shalom aleinu v'yal kol amo Yisrael v'yal Yerushalayim. We're now going to rise. Alyssa and Ryan are going to lead us in Vishamru, page 34.
Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Ya'asot ben ha-Shabbat v'torah b'rit olam Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat La'asot ben ha-Shabbat v'torah b'rit olam B'nei Yisrael oti le'olam Kichi le'olam oti le'olam Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat La'asot ha-Shabbat v'torah b'rit olam Asat Adonai, Hashemayim v'yetal'ar, Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, La'asot et ha-Shabbat v'torah b'rit olam. V'yom hashmim Shabbat ha'inafash, Shabbat ha'inafash, Shabbat ha'inafash, Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, La'asot ha-Shabbat v'torah b'rit olam.
1, 2, 3.
Yitgada v'yitavra shmei Rabbah v'yadad divra b'mit lahutei b'chayechon yomechon u'mechayechon v'Yisrael ba'agala u'b'zmakarim imru amen. Shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam le'olam haya Yitbarach Yitbarach Yishtabach V'yamar b'yitzrona b'yitnatzeh V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei kudashad b'echu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata damiram b'yama v'yimaru. Amen. Time for the Amidah, which will be silent at this time. It's a silent Amidah, beginning on page 35, A or B, your choice. And we continue through page 38. Don't forget Mashiva Ruach, by the way. And this is the appropriate time for personal and private prayer, as well as the prayers in the Siddur, page 35, A or B. When you've completed, you may be seated.
We'll turn to page 38. Let's sing Shalom Rav together. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov b'einecha levarech et amecha Yisrael b'chol eiro chosha b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Let's read the English passage, Rabbi. Page 38.
My God, keep my tongue from evil and my lips from lies, and help me ignore those who would slander me. Let me be humble before all. Open my heart to your Torah that I may pursue your mitzvot. Frustrate the designs of those who plot evil against me and make nothing of their schemes. Act for the sake of your compassion, your power, your holiness, and your Torah. Answer my prayer for the deliverance of your people. And may the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, my rock and my redeemer.
Let's all sing Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom Bimromav, Bimromav. Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imru, Imru, Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael,
V'imru, Amen.
May the one who brings peace to his universe bring peace to us and to all the people of Israel. Yal Kol Yoshvei Tevel, and all who dwell on God's earth, and let us together say,
Amen.
I had to give Rabbi Bernie an English reading tonight. I didn't want to leave you out.
It's a little
Sorry.
difficult. I prefer the
Ryan's doing such a great job tonight. He really is. By the way, I apologize. He's so mic shy, isn't he? You know, I've never seen a young man so afraid of a microphone before. I've never seen it. You should be in radio. You should be a radio disc jockey. Hi, this is Ryan. All right. All right, let's get serious now. We're going to do the prayer for healing for those who are not feeling well. And if you wish to say the name or names of people who we're praying for Refuah Shlema to get better, then when I stop, you can say their name, or you just think about the person that you wish to feel better. And I, of course, will be referring to our list. Misha Berach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak V'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel V'Leah V'Yivarech V'Yirafeh et כל החולים בקהילה קדושה קדוש ברוך הוא ימלא רחמים עליהם להחזיקם ולפורתם לשלח להם רפואה שלמה מן השמיים בפרט הנפש בפרט הגוף בתוך שכל ישראל שבתים מלזעוק ופועל כל לבוא השתא ברגע זמן קריב ונאמר Amen. May God bring blessing and healing to all the folks we mentioned, all those we know of, those we pray for on our personal lists and our congregational lists, those we may not know of, and those who suffer illness within the congregational family. May the Holy One, the Kadosh Baruch Hu, mercifully restore them to health and the vigor, granting them physical and spiritual well-being together with people everywhere who may be ill. May the source of strength who bless the one before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misheberach imotenu mikor habracha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Let's hope everybody who's not feeling well turns around and feels better and heals completely. Let's turn to page 47. We're going to rise for Vayechulu. Page 47. Let's rise.
Vayekol hashamayim tazino v'haaretz v'chotzevam vayechal Elohim bayom hashvi v'ata asher asa vayishpat bayom hashvi mikol melato asher asa vayvarech Elohim Yom HaShvi Vayikadesh Oto Ki Lo Shabbat Mikol Melachto Ki Lo Shabbat Mikol Melachto Asher Bara Elohim Asher Bara Elohim Laso Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanara, Elyon Konei Shamayim v'Haaretz.
And you may be seated, and as you do, whoever's going to be handing out the wine or grape juice tonight, please do so now, would be the appropriate time. And for those of you that are joining us tonight, you do get a choice, wine or grape juice or nothing, your choice. Page 47, the bottom of the page.
Magei Avot bidvaro, Mechayei metim b'ma'ama'aro, HaKadosh she'en kanohu, Hameniach le'amo, Yom Shabbat kodsho, Kivan ratza laniach lahem, Kivan ratza laniach lahem, Lefanav navo, ופחד, ונודה נשמע בכל יום תמיד מיום הברכה. הודעות אדון לשלום, מקדש השבת ומועד שביעי, ומניח בקדושה ליד קדוש לעונג, זכר למעשה בראשית. אלוהינו ואבותינו, יצרנו חטאנו, קדשנו במצוותיך, ותחלקנו בתורתך. סבנו מטובך, ושמחנו בישועתך, וטהר ליבנו לעבדך באמת, והנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו, באהבה וברצון, שבת קדשך, ונוחבה ישראל, מקדשי שמך, ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת.
יתגדל ויתגדל שמי רבה.
אמן.
יעמד יברח ירתי וימך מלכותי בחייכון וימכון ובחלק כל בית ישראל. בגלה בזמן קריב יאמרו.
אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך. יתבורך.
וישתבח ויתבר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ותעלה שמי לקודשה.
קודשה בריחו.
בריחו לעילם מכל ברכתה בשירתה תושבחתה ונקמתה תמירה בימה ויאמרו.
אמן.
תקבל סלוטון אבותון דכל ישראל קדם ובחודים ישמעיה ויאמרו.
אמן.
יהי שלום רב עמית שמאי וחיים עליהם וכל ישראל ויאמרו.
אמן.
עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו. Amen. Now that everybody has wine and grape juice, please rise. So I asked Ryan if he wanted grape juice or wine. What did you want?
Wine.
Don't spill it. So when the Kohen Gadol, when the high priest would present the wine to sanctify God, to show his holiness, he would hold it like this, the tips of his fingers. Did you know that? No. Yeah, he did. He actually presented it. He would present it like this. He presented it. So I can still do this. You know, when I get a little older, then it's going to, start to shake a little, but I can still do this. And guess what? That means you should probably be able to do this. So take this in your hand. All right, you're going to hold it with two. Now, yeah. So here's the other thing too, I forgot to tell you. It's important. For Jewish life cycle events, we usually have fruit of the vine, wine. It usually is used to signify different times in our life when we have a simcha, a joyous time. Okay? You think your bar mitzvah is a simcha? He's pretty smart, Yes. So this is a beautiful Jewish moment in your life, and you're going to sanctify God with kiddush, right? The next life cycle in your life, possibly Jewish life cycle in your life, could possibly be a wedding, right? Possibly, right? And at a wedding, we usually signify or celebrate that by 2 glasses of wine, usually. Now, what I try to do is I try to bring everything together. And given the fact that you bar mitzvah now, I have a feeling you might grow a little bit. Probably, maybe a couple of inches. So I don't know, what your plans are, whether you want to get married or not someday. Do you think you might?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm just trying to get an idea of the kind of person you're looking for. Do you want someone taller than you, a little taller, a little same height, whatever? What are you looking for?
Probably shorter than me.
Shorter than you. Okay, so you would probably want to hold the Kiddush cup out to about the height of the person that you would like to call your significant partner, whatever it is in life, right? So why don't you go ahead and find, yeah. Yeah, that's how tall you want that person to be?
I mean,
Remember, you're gonna grow a little bit.
that's true.
There you go, okay. That's good. All right, that's a good one. That's a good one, all right. Now you can use both hands, okay? Because I don't want you to spill it, because it's a beautiful new cloth. All right, you ready? Let's all do the Kiddush together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzav banu, v'shabbat kodsho b'yahava u'b'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron l'maseh b'reishit. Ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim, imanu b'charta, v'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha, v'yahava u'b'ratzon. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh Hashabbat. You can drink it. That's enough. No, I'm kidding. You can have more. You can have more. You like that? No. Good. I hope he's not wearing that shirt tomorrow. Well, he's not. Oh, don't worry about it. You ought to put some Purell on it. It might take it off.
Mom, where's your kite to go?
You may be seated.
Actually, at the wedding, you know, when they do the Tuglat, they do Borei Pri Hagafen, one blessing, then they drink the wine right away, so.
Right, so this way, if you spill it on your dress, you know.
Yeah, they use white wine at weddings.
They use white wine at weddings, we do, yeah. It's all yours, right? Mom, don't worry about it. The wine will come out. As long as you soak the shirt all night. Club soda, I know. Start it now, though. So tonight I want to talk a little bit about our Torah portion, Bereshit, in the beginning. And I'm not talking about a baseball game, the beginning, I'm talking about the beginning of the world. Our Torah begins every new year with its account of creation. Our sages taught that the universe was created from nothing. It is significant to note that all of the living creatures, we human beings, were created dead last. There are many options, or opinions, I should say, about the Torah's creation description, but since introducing the world to the Darwin and the Big Bang theories, the Torah's description is providing and proving to be actually more credible. Since our childhood, we learned of Chava, Eve, being convinced by that slimy snake to eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. In turn, she convinced Adam to join her. Their behavior brought God's displeasure down on them. The consequence of this is worth quick examination. In Bereshit chapter 3, God comes down on the serpent, condemning it to crawl on its belly forever and to gross out everyone who sees it. Then God punishes Chava, Eve, by having her and all human women give birth in pain, an event that should be a joyous one. You know, I know you weren't a pain when you were born. I know you weren't. But, you know, we remember that. The thing that holds implications for each of us, particularly this week's Torah portion, chapter 3, verse 19, it says, where God condemns and curses Adam by saying, by the sweat of your brow, you shall eat bread until you return to the ground from which you were taken. With that, God permanently evicts Adam and Chava out of the Garden of Eden, and they're gone. And that's where we have life and death. That's where that whole concept begins. The Zohar and other Jewish texts teach that everything that humans would ever need was created and placed on God's earth. That's a big claim. Adam and Eve were involved in setting forth the logistics of mapping the land, naming all animals and arranging them into various different species and the like. They would have to work by the sweat of their brow for sustenance. Yet sustenance would never fail them. Why? Because everything they would ever need had been created and placed on this earth. The problem is that now human beings must find material components at work with them to make something usable. Before, what they needed was there for the taking. People had to become gainfully skilled and employed to obtain food and create useful things. There is a question as to where Adam learned that he could get food by growing it. How did he know about seeds? What did he know about fertilization and irrigation? What did he know about how to farm? Did he learn it from the tree of knowledge, of good and evil? There's nothing good or evil about farming techniques or science. Adam had to have discovered it himself or from God. One thing we know is that human beings are very enterprising. Needing transportation, we learned about the wheel. We learned how to domesticate animals. We learned how to use fire. We learned how to get metal and turn it into tools and weapons. We learned how to harness combustion fuels. We learned and created various different items like wagons, then automobiles and trucks, trains, engine-powered ships, airplanes, space vehicles. We learned about medicine and healing. None of these things were already there for the taking. They had to be invented. Now, there are some people who religiously question all of this, pun intended. Certainly, these were not in the Garden of Eden. But everything we would ever need could be made from the earth, but by the sweat of our brow. We humans had to work hard to build what we needed by using what we found in nature. God never prohibits us from using natural resources and producing what we needed by the sweat of our brow. By granting us free will, God laid the groundwork for us to flourish and to prosper by using what we find in God's universe. Today, like every 100 years, we're facing a pandemic. We were still dealing with the last one in 1970, when someone finally discovered a way to identify strains of Spanish flu and to economically prepare and test enough safe vaccines. And now, today, we have COVID-19. With today's science and media, we've developed medical approaches to deal with it in record time. In the broader scheme of things, we need to realize that science and medicine are not enough. Humans need more. Humans need spirituality. Humans need prayer. Humans need a connection with other humans. Humans need God's love. Perhaps the saddest thing we humans have done by the sweat of our brow is the creation of weapons of mass destruction. We have weapons that can kill everyone on the planet multiple times. To mitigate this, we have developed international treaties that have slowed the production of thermonuclear weapons to lower the number of times that we're able to kill everyone. The bottom line is, even though God evicted Adam and Eve from the Garden of Eden, humans made the best of it with the help of Torah and mitzvot. Ryan, you've been working hard, the sweat of your brow, for the past year plus. And I know that you worked very, very hard with Miss Alyssa. Didn't come easy, but God gave you the tools to get it started. He gave you the ability and the brains to be able to do it, and the will to do it, and an amazing teacher to help get you there. And I'm not talking about Alyssa. She really worked very hard with you by getting you to this point. But it didn't happen by accident. It happened because, once again, you answered the call and said, okay, I want to do this. If you said, I don't want to do that, that would have been a choice that you could have made that God gave us to do. You chose to do it. And you worked hard. He certainly worked hard. And there was a lot of sweat, a lot of toil going on. So, the foundation of the learning and the foundation of morals and ethics comes from this week's Parsha. And you learned ethically how to live. The context of free will happens this week in this Parsha. God limits interference into our sometimes confused and sometimes crazy but always innovative creatures called Homo sapiens. Even so, God does provide help and support. God is there for us. We discovered electronics, we made computers, we decoded the human genome, which is always allowing us to discover cures never thought possible before, even curing some cancers. God gave us the power to create our own miracles, but none of these miracles can come from nothing. Looking back at what the sages taught, God created the universe from nothing, but only God can create something from nothing. All human discoveries had to come from what God gave us in material and intellectual assets applied. By the sweat of our brow, on the seventh day, we rest because it's Shabbat. And this Shabbat is a special Shabbat because this Shabbat is your bar mitzvah, a day that we will share together with you, Ryan. And for that, we have lots to do tomorrow. And we are certainly thankful that you said yes, and that you were taught properly, and that you will make us all proud tomorrow. For that, we are all thankful to God. And with that, we say, Shabbat Shalom. All right, Ryan, you can get up and lead us now in Aleinu. Page 51. Please rise, everybody. Page 51.
Go on, next to that.
Aleinu v'shavei avladon hakol latek gedula v'yotzer breshit shelo asanu b'tishul sharatzon shelo chamanu b'tzopol chavavna shelo zamanu v'halem b'gor aleinu v'chol hamayam
ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים
הקדוש ברוך הוא
שהוא נותן שמיים ויוצא הארץ ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים הוא אלוהינו אמת מלכנו אפסולתו ככתוב בתורתו וידעת היום להשבות אל לבבך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחתינו כן לקבל.
Kakatu b'toratecha Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo
You may be seated. This week, the congregation will lovingly recall the yortzites of Samuel Batcherman, Sadie Jacobson, Beatrice Schneider, Sophie Stein, Francis Adela Rose Norcross, Edward Eisenman, Arthur Horowitz, Harvey Robert Lange, MD, Shirley S. Lubarsky, Benjamin Willens, Jesse Friedman, Mac G. Paul, Ina Winokur, Estelle Dubin, Philip Toby. Are there any other Yorzites? And again, our condolences to the Brass family and to the Berman family on their losses this week. May the faith that binds us to our loved ones be a continuing source of comfort as we now invite those mourning and observing a Yortzeit to rise and to praise God's name with the words of the Kaddish, page 52. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah.
Amen.
V'alma divra chirutei. V'amlich malchutei. V'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'gala u'bizman kari v'yamru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lomei elmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yit hadar v'yit aleh v'yit halal shemei dekudisha barichu. La'ela min kol birchata b'shirata. Tushbachata b'nechemata. Damiran v'alma v'yamru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. You may be seated, and we're going to call Mr. Richard Strauss for tonight's announcements. Richard?
Thank you, Rabbi Rick, Rabbi Bernie, for services tonight. Ryan, we passed the dress rehearsal with flying colors. We're all very proud of you, and we wish you and your family a mazel tov on tomorrow. On behalf of the entire Temple extended family, we wish you the best tomorrow, and we're sure you will do well. All right. Thank you to Elise Novak and her family for sponsoring the Oneg Shabbat tonight in honor of son Ryan's bar mitzvah tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, Saturday morning services are at 9:30 with Ryan's bar mitzvah being celebrated. Evening minions are 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Please join us on Sunday morning for minion at 9 o'clock. There will be no breakfast. On Sunday, the 23rd, TNT will be hosting a Zumbathon to raise money for Cancer Society. Please come and dance or join in the raffles. Save the date for Wednesday, October 26th. The Sisterhood honors Sue Callum, this year's Torah Fund recipient. Please mail your checks to Tracy Canson for this event. And because of that event happening on that night, services will be held at 6 p.m. in the downstairs chapel. And make your reservations for Sunday, October 30th, for our tribute concert honoring Dr. Jeff and Myra Newton. It's going to be a great event. Check the e-blast for more information. You really don't want to miss this event. Jeff and Myra have been long-time congregants here, very deserving of this honor, and we all look forward to celebrating with them on that day. Save the date for Monday, November 7th for Adele Ed's book review of Gateway to the Moon by Mary Morris. And Friday evening, November 11th, join us as we celebrate our veterans at our Friday evening service. The next Lunch and Learn will take place on Thursday, November 17th. That's at noon with Rabbi Perlman. And I think if you know the routine, if you don't make a reservation and order your food first, you can have beyond 9, but you don't get food. As you can see, there's a lot happening at Temple Ner Tamid. We still have the bridge going on. We have the Zumba week going on. We have health. We have, I'm probably missing something, but there's a lot happening. So, and you can follow everything that's happening on our e-blast weekly. Shabbat Shalom. And again, mazel tov.
And now, for something completely different, Alyssa is going to lead us in Yigdal.
It's been a while. Yigdal Elohim Chai V'yishtabach Nimsa V'yein Al Metziuto V'yichudo Nalam V'gam Etzof Liachdu Ein Lo Demuta Guf Ve'ein O Guf Lo Na'aroch Elav Kedushato Kadmon L'chol Davar Asher Nivra Rishon V'in Rishit LaRishito Hino Adon Olam Bechol Notzar Yoreh Gedulato Malchuto Shefan Nubuato Netano Al Anshe Segulato V'Tifno Lo Kambe Yisrael Kemoshe Od Naviu Mabit Et Emunato Torah Metnatan Liamoel Aya Nevio Neman Beit Lo Yachal Yifa'el Velo Yamir Dato Li'olamim Lezulato Ve'vioteya Setarenu Mabit L'sof Davar B'chachmato Gomel Ish Chesed Kemifalo Noten L'Rasha Kirishato Yishlach L'ket Yamim Mishichenu
Lifto Mechakeket Yeshuato.
Metim Chayel Berov Chasto Baruch Adei Ad Shem Tehilato
Metim Yechayel
Berov Chasto
Baruch Adei Ad
Shem Tehilato.
Shabbat Shalom, Yasher Koach, everybody. Ryan, we'll see you tomorrow. Yasher Koach, Alyssa. And everybody on Zoom, you may wish each other a Shabbat Shalom while we go eat some wonderful, amazing goodies for tonight's Oneg. Have a Shabbat Shalom, everybody at home.
Shabbat Shalom. So leave this here. Let's see, maybe I'll wear a suit.
I mean, I'm wearing this supposed to be anxious because it's warm. So. I mean, tonight we didn't have. Or a mitzvah. Well, I can get away with not wearing it. I had to wear a tie 2 days in a row. I know.